Let's go to the moon.
To the moon, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ShibaDoge Hangout. We're now live with the roof. Yeah, guys, stuff like that. I mean, roof, we've been talking for about, last couple of minutes now. And
Yeah.
so far we've accomplished one thing. I'm not gonna put Alex live on the internet about that, so we won't talk about that. But
Okay.
anyway, yeah. Some people know how to drive better than others. We'll just leave it at that, I guess.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Let me real quick. I have to schedule the Twitter Spaces. Let me do
Have
that right
we?
now.
Do we
We
have
forget.
anyone on tomorrow? Or is it gonna be us?
It's gonna be us again,
Okay.
bro. And then I think after the July, which one is July 5th, July 12th, we're gonna start having guests. So July 5th, I don't know if we'll have a Twitter Space, and the
Mm.
reason being for July 5th is because that's my wife's birthday.
Okay.
So yeah, I might do the Twitter Space like maybe on Friday on the 7th if I decide to do it that week.
Right.
But yeah, July 5th is the wifey's birthday, so spend the day with her.
Of
Um,
course.
yeah, so July 12th we're gonna start having guests again, and then hopefully by July 12th I'll already have all of the announcements ready for what the next big thing is that we've been working on. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be cool to be a part of. Also, for the record, I guess since we're having a little hangout, we'll mention it on recording. For anybody
Mm-hmm.
who had gotten a burn hat or burn hands NFT from our last burnathon, those are going to be sent out within. It could happen today, could happen in the next few days, but expect them sometime this week. So that's coming as well. Thank you to one of our community members, Eric, for bringing that up again today. And we got that pushed through. So devs are doing that right now, are going to probably have an airdrop very, very soon.
Wicked.
And I
Yeah.
think by July 12th, we may hopefully have the Armory and ShibaDoge support up and ready to go by then too. So before that Twitter Space anime, we should have all of that ready to go. As you guys know, the way that we want to do it is Armory first, and then I believe Peter was saying we wanted to do 4 days or 5 days after the Armory release would be the ShibaDoge support for Warzone. So you guys will be able to send your ShibaDoge NFTs into battle. Nobody says, Leo, did you cook the recipe? Nobody. I wanted to cook the recipe, but I did not cook the recipe. But I will cook the recipe still. I have not forgotten about it.
Chicken Tikka Masala.
Yeah, look, like I couldn't even eat it if I were to cook it because that same week it was my whole like wisdom tooth thing that was happening,
Oh
and I
yeah.
was drinking Gatorade. I was drinking Gatorade for food. So even if I cooked it, I wouldn't have even been able to eat it.
True.
It's not that if you pull your wisdom tooth.
Oh, I didn't pull it. I had an infection on my wisdom tooth.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I had an infection on my wisdom tooth, and then the doctors, they said you got to take antibiotics, and then when it gets better, you got to come back so we can remove your wisdom teeth. So what did I do? I did almost everything they told me to do. I took the antibiotics, right? My wisdom tooth got better. The infection went away. I'm feeling great, feeling like $1,000,000, right? What do I do? Pick up my phone to call the dentist to schedule the wisdom tooth removal. I call, I get a date, I hang up, I sit down, I turn on YouTube. I go to YouTube, I hit the search bar, type into the search bar letter by letter, wisdom tooth removal. I look at a video. 5 minutes later, I called the dentist and I canceled the appointment because I am not trying to get that done.
I got them all 4 pulled, so it's not that hard.
I don't know, man. They look pretty gnarly. So I watched 2 videos, right? I watched one video where they put the guy to sleep and they cut it out. They cut out his wisdom tooth, and he woke up and he was like all, sedated and woozy and came out of surgery and all that cool stuff. And then he like filmed his whole recovery progress, and his face was swollen for like a week and a half. He couldn't talk. He couldn't eat anything. Could only drink out of a straw. And I looked at that. I said, hell no, I'm not doing that. And I looked at the other video where the guy was awake and this dentist like put his whole body and his whole foot like on the guy's chest and then got a pair of pliers, or I don't know what the heck they were, and pulled this guy's tooth out straight out of his mouth, like as if he was pulling a piece of gold out of a river. And I said, no, I'm not doing that either. So
Madness.
For me, it was very easy, locally sedated. They just, cut it open. They twisted a little bit, and they pulled it out. And that was it.
Were they all the way out? Your teeth?
Some were all the way out, and I think one they needed to cut open.
Yeah. See, I think all of mine are still not all the way out, or they're starting to get there. One of them poked through. The one that got infected had poked through, and that's why it was causing me so much pain. But I don't know, man. I've gotten surgery before. I'm not scared of surgery, but I'm not scared of the dentist either. But I just don't enjoy the dentist. And,
not me neither.
Yeah. When I looked at that video, I said, I'm not doing this. So,
that removal was, I think, 1 or 2 days, maybe. That it was a little bit of pain, and that's it. The most annoying was the local sedation.
The local sedation, yeah. I mean, I would rather get sedated than do it without the sedation. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. It's I don't want to feel pain, so I just say, get that needle in and get it in.
Yep. And they said once you get it removed, look, I'm addicted to 2 things. I'm addicted to coffee and I'm addicted to nicotine. Those are the 2 things that I need to have no matter what.
Yeah. After you got that removed, you can't do it for 2 or 3 weeks.
I know. That's why. I don't,
because
if I don't have caffeine or nicotine for 2 or 3 weeks, I don't know if I'll make it, guys. And you guys might lose me.
I was smoking during that time anyway, so it just takes a longer while to heal, and that's it.
Do you guys drink coffee? Do you drink coffee?
Sometimes, not daily. I'm not a daily drinker.
Yeah, I'm coffee man. I have black coffees all day.
Black coffee, straight black coffee.
Yep.
I'll drink like maybe 10 of those things a day, dude.
Yeah,
maybe
man.
More. Who knows?
I also drink black coffee, but that's sometimes.
Yeah, and I smoke my little Juul, my vape, non-stop. I'm smoking that thing all day too.
Same here, man. Yeah. Same here. The other day I was just lying down, bro. I was lying down. I had the vape in my hand, yeah, and I nodded off. And I started vaping in my sleep, man. Like I was not half asleep. My wife just slapped me across my face. She's like, "What are you doing, man? You vape in your sleep as well?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, man.
You're addicted, man.
Me personally, I've been addicted to nicotine for almost all my life. It's funny that's pretty much true. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but I smoked my first ever cigarette when I was like 12 years old.
Same here. Yeah.
I was 12, and my dad used to fall asleep on the couch watching TV, and and my dad used to smoke in the house.
Oh shit.
So he used to smoke in the house, and he fell asleep one time, and his pack of cigarettes was open, and there was like a cigarette sticking out of it. And I looked inside, and there was a whole bunch of cigarettes inside, and I said, he won't notice if I take one. So I took it. I took one, and I kept it in my jacket pocket in my room, in my closet for like 2 days. You know, just let it sit there. Waited for a day where, you know, my parents are not home. They weren't home, so I went out in the backyard. I smoked it, coughed my lungs out. I was like smoking this. I'm just like, how do people smoke this shit? You know, like I can't even. I don't get the point of it. And then a couple of weeks passed by, and I stole another cigarette from my dad, and then it ended up becoming a regular thing. And then by the time I knew it, I was addicted to nicotine, and ever since then, dude, I stopped cigarettes now. Now I'm smoking these stupid little vape things, which they say are better for you, but I think they're worse for you.
If you make your own fluids, then it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you know what you're putting in.
True.
Yeah. That's true. But I get these little jewels, and yeah, these jewel things, they're pretty expensive, man. It's like $20 for four little pods of it. And supposedly they're the cleanest ones out there. But the reason why I like them is because they don't have any flavor. It's flavorless. There's no strawberry flavor. There's nothing. It's just like it's just nicotine, and that's it. And I don't smoke this for the flavor or the fun. I genuinely just smoke it because I enjoy nicotine and the feeling that it gives me, and I feel like it wakes me up, and it's like a stimulant, you know. It helps me navigate through my day.
If you don't smoke for 3 days, it's out of your system.
Yeah, but there hasn't been a time where I haven't smoked for 3 days in a very long time.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Man. I've done exactly the same things that you done. I used to like take cigarettes from my dad's box. I used to wait till there's at least around about 13 of them left, and then I used to take one. That's when I used to go and snatch one, you know. My cousin got me addicted, man. Like one of my cousins, he stole it from his dad, and then he's like, "Hey, look what I got, man!" And I think I was only about 10 at that time. And he's like, "I'm like, yo, you got a cigarette?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, you want to try it?" And then I was like, "Yeah, let's try it out, man." And I had it, and I was doing exactly what you said. I was coughing my ass off, man. You know, and then I was like, I ain't having none of this shit anymore. After a couple of weeks, he's like, "Yo, grab me one of your cigarettes from your dad, man. I need a cigarette." And I was like, all right. So I waited till there was about 13. I grabbed one, and then we lit it up, and we had that. After that, man, I was addicted. I couldn't get off it, so I kept stealing them. You know. And
I'm getting off.
You're only 20% addicted to nicotine. The other 80% is the habits and the bells that go off in your head every time you wake up.
Yeah.
All those little signals in your head. That's one of the hardest things. When I stopped smoking cigarettes, that was like the hardest thing out of all the drugs that I've done. That was the hardest thing for me to stop.
Yeah, for sure. I don't see myself. Look, firstly, like you have to want to quit, right? To quit. I don't see myself wanting to quit nicotine yet, but maybe one day I will. I don't know. But right now I enjoy it. I mean, my morning routine is I wake up, before I even brush my teeth in the morning, I sit outside, I have my cup of coffee, and it's always iced black coffee. I can't drink hot coffee, guys. Sorry. I know people are going to be like, what the heck? You drink your coffee cold? Yeah, I drink my coffee cold. So I drink iced black coffee, and I smoke my nicotine, and that's how I get my day started. And then I go inside and I'll brush my teeth, take my shower or whatever, and then I'll get my day started. But it's been like this for over, I don't even know, maybe like over 15 plus years at this point.
Every morning, wake up.
Still young. You're still young.
Rinse your mouth out with cinnamon mouthwash or cinnamon toothpaste. for whatever reason, that kills the urge to want a cigarette first thing in the morning. And anytime you eat, you rinse your mouth out with cinnamon mouthwash. And for something with the cinnamon has a weird effect on the brain where it like stops you from craving a cigarette. It's weird.
Cinnamon, huh?
Cinnamon.
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 That's
We could probably make a song out of it.
that sounds a bit dirty, man.
Cinnamon.
Sounds a bit dirty, that stuff, man. I don't.
I don't smoke in the morning, so that's not a problem for me.
Yeah, I just.
But
I'm.
if you want to quit, it's all in your brain. If you want to quit, you can quit. It's not that hard to quit. It's hard
You
to
just need to make the decision.
keep quitting.
Yeah.
Because
You
I
just
quit
say you
and then
wanna
I start.
Yep.
So rephrase that. You
I mean,
take breaks and then restart. You take breaks.
Yeah, for a couple of months.
Quitting smoking is very easy. I've done it like 30 times already.
Every time after your cigarette, you quit.
That's it.
Yep.
What? How
For a
did
couple
you?
of hours.
How did you used to feel when you was on a long flight, man? That used to kill me, man. When I used to smoke.
So I still go on long flights pretty often. I mean, not like every month or whatever, but like, a couple times a year, like I'll go on a long flight. I smoke this thing on the airplanes, dude. I
Yeah.
always wear a big hoodie. I wear a big hoodie, and this vape that I have doesn't give off a lot of smoke at all. So I figured out a way how you could smoke it without zero smoke coming out, where you just take a little puff of the vape and
In your sweater.
yeah, in your sweater, and you hold it inside, like you keep it inhaled for a few extra seconds, and then when you exhale, nothing comes out, and if whatever does come out, it's in your sweater and nobody can see it. So I'll go on like a 11-12 hour flight and I'll be fine. I'm not worried about nicotine withdrawal or anything. I'll get out, and my dad or whatever, the first thing they'll do is try to rush out of the airplane, out of the airport as fast as they can, so you could go outside and have a smoke. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I done that on the flight. Exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
I just
The last
didn't.
flight that I had was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead, Ruth.
I was just gonna finish what I was saying. I just don't do the jumper part. I just inhale it and just hold it in. I take a couple of breaths in at the same time, and then it just fades. Nothing comes out.
Yeah.
There's no
Nothing
vapor.
comes out.
Yeah. So sorry, what was you saying?
I don't do that. I don't smoke in the airplane. The last one was to Vegas, and I bought some throwaway vape stuff over there, but that was after 2 or 3 days. So yeah, I don't need to smoke.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't like any kind of like mind altering drugs or anything like that. I mean, I haven't even tried any drugs other than I've tried marijuana when I was younger. I hated it, so I stopped. I never tried that again. After I've tried it a couple times, hated it, never did it again. But I hate stuff that like messes with my ability to function, because I always think like if an emergency were to happen, if a fire or an earthquake or whatever, like you have to be able to respond and like be able to take care of yourself and your family, right? And if you're on drugs, you're not going to be able to do any of that. So forget about it. I'm not touching none of that. But nicotine and coffee and caffeine, those are the two drugs that I love. I'll never give those up.
Sometimes I still smoke marijuana.
I can't. It's not for me, man. It turns me into a paranoid, like, oh man, it's just not my thing.
For me, it's just smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
I get stoned, but I can still drive and do stuff what I want to do. So yeah, it's
yeah.
that's
I
why
know
it's
people. I know people. I've even worked with people who can't function, who can't do anything until they smoke marijuana, until they smoke, and they can't do anything. But when they
oh
do,
yeah,
when they
I
are
know
on
those
it,
people also.
they're like the most productive people that are in the office or whatever, right? So it's interesting how that works with different people. And I mean, not that I'm against it, because I'm not against marijuana. I actually even own a medical marijuana store in California. I'm not against it. It's not my thing.
That's all the way how your body reacts to it. So yeah. For me, it also doesn't matter if I smoke it only marijuana or with tobacco in it. I still get the same. Yeah, I'm the same way stoned.
I'm saying like Leo, man. I used to get paranoid. I used to be always paranoid, man.
Yeah, that's
When
possible.
when I'm
But I also
driving,
know people that. Huh?
when I was driving, I always felt there's police behind me, or I'm gonna get done over or something. You know, like paranoid all the time, man. And me, I never even used to hardly have any, man. I used to have a couple of puffs. The lads used to be having the majority of it. They used to give me like 2 puffs, man. I'm done, bro. I'm paranoid as hell. You know.
Yeah,
One day it actually did happen,
it's
man.
not fun for me.
Nah, it's not fun, man. It's not fun. Definitely not fun.
For me, it's not.
Even drink? Do you drink? Do you get pissed? Do you get mashed, Leo?
No, not really. Just that like parties. Like if we have like a party or something, I'll drink. But sometimes, like me and my wife, we like to drink, but we don't get like smashed. We don't get messed up like that. I used to, when I was younger, we'd go out and drink and eat and do all kinds of stuff like that. But I just realized, for me, man, like I'm not productive when I do things like that. And then the next day I'll wake up and I'll feel like shit. So
Yeah.
I regret it. So instead of regretting it, you just try not to do it. But yeah, I mean, I like parties or like weddings and birthdays and stuff like that. Yeah, like I'm not a boring old person, like, I get down and I know how to have fun, but I'm always that one dude in the crowd who either has too much, right? And then people are like, dang, Leo's got to go home. Someone drop him off. Or they're like, oh, look at Leo. He's being boring. He's not drinking with us or this or that. So it just all depends, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been against like alcohol in a way because of my grandpa. Like, you guys know, my grandpa recently passed away.
Yeah.
He was addicted. He was an alcoholic, right? So he was addicted to alcohol, and I saw how it ruined his life, and it wasn't fun. So I always told myself, like, have your fun, do your thing, like, enjoy it, but don't ever become reliant on it, like my grandpa did. And that's what makes me like double think it sometimes, because it really ruined his life, like, big time. I saw how alcohol ruined his life.
Trust me, I'm happy I'm off all that shit, man. Myself, I'm off your roll, man. I don't take. I'm like you, bro. I just vape and have coffees all day. That's me. That's it.
That's it, bro.
I can't get off it.
The biggest high I get now is like watching people find success, dude. That's the biggest thing that I see. And it sounds corny when I say it, but it's true.
Okay, you just come on over. You can come over to my business and you can help me and watch me have success, and then we can chest bump and have a good time watching me have success.
What do you do, Johnny? What type of business do you have?
I have a company that we PPF cars, paint protection film, ceramic coating, paint correction, window tint. I work for most of the Porsche dealerships down here in Southern California. We do all their work.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I've only been doing it for 22 years now.
I actually just recently got my car vinyl wrap too. So
Oh, nice. Yeah. So I don't really do the vinyl. I do it's the paint protection film. The clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's one of I got both of my cars. One of them I got vinyl wrap, and the other one I had gotten the clear bra on.
The PPF. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who'd you use for the PPF?
Shoot, let me see. Hold on, I think I have their business thing in my email.
Should have called me.
If I knew, I mean, now that I
would have hooked you up.
But you're in California right now, you said.
Yeah, I'm Orange County
right now. Yeah.
You just look up Elite Clear Bra, you find me. Oh. Man, I don't care if people know where I live. I care less. I'm at Huntington Beach.
Everyone go support Elite Clear Bra, baby. Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
I had the QR code on my shirt for ShibaDoge at a conference in Texas.
I can't find it, Johnny. It was
no worries.
Ago.
It's all good. Hopefully they did a good job.
They did okay. I'm not happy with the vinyl part. But when I called and told them like what I'm not happy about, they told me that that's what happens when you don't park the car inside at all times. And I've been leaving that car in front of since my daily. So I've been leaving it in front of the garage, and I've been putting it inside the garage. So the sun kind of made the vinyl shrink in a way.
Right. What did you? So you wrapped the whole? You did a whole full body color change on your car?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go take it off now because I'm just not happy with it.
Yeah, the vinyl. Hey, one thing with vinyl is because where we live, they consider it desert climate, and so you only get like an 18-month warranty on it. Like the stuff like the horizontal surfaces only are going to last maybe a year, especially if they're in the sun all the time. The vertical surfaces will last a little bit longer, but the PPF film, that stuff will last between 6 and 10 years, basically.
Yeah.
But they serve two different purposes.
You can't even tell it's there on my. I have a G-Wagon, Mercedes G-Wagon, and I had gotten the front bumper and the hood and the side like little panels wrapped.
Right.
I didn't get the entire car, but just like the front portion, and you can't even tell that it's there.
Yeah,
but that car has a major flaw, dude. Because I just got the car. It hasn't even been 6 months that I have it. But anytime that I drive that car, and I've never had this problem with any other car before, but anytime that I drive that car, even if it's for like 20 minutes, I'll come home, I'll park it, and there will be a whole bunch of bugs just splattered all across the windshield. Because the windshield on that thing is like
it's like vertical. I think there's no slope to it.
Vertical, yeah. There's no. Yeah. I've never had this problem. I'll drive the car for 15 minutes, and I'm like a bug exterminator all of a sudden, dude. Like I'll come back and there's like 300 bugs dead on my windshield.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty common for the G-Wagons. I just had one in here this last week that we did. We did almost a full body on it.
Yeah.
I don't like doing full bodies on this.
That car is another car I regret buying.
That's funny. That's my wife. My wife's dream car. That's what she wants, and I refuse to get her one just because
it was like, also my wife's dream car, and that's why I got it. And
there you go.
I immediately regretted it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
But
I've been around cars a lot, and so I know a lot about what cars are good and what aren't good, and those things just seem to have a lot of issues.
It's just not even comfortable to drive, dude. Like it's not comfortable at all. I was driving a Ford Bronco before this, the new Ford Broncos.
Right.
And believe it or not, that car, being an American car, was 10 times more comfortable than this car that she's driving now.
That's crazy. But she likes the G-Wagon more though, because the status, right? It's like the Orange County soccer mom car.
Yeah, women, they have their own like standard of how they want things and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, dude. I get it.
Always it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. They're nice. I mean, whatever. Some people like them. They're not for me. I wouldn't want to drive one on a daily basis.
So when we first got it, for her, I kept stealing it, right? I was like, I'm gonna drive it. You drive my car. I'm gonna drive this because I liked it, right? I was like, oh, it's new, it's big. Like all my cars, I drive smaller cars like coupes,
right?
Like so I got this. It was a nice change. It was like, okay, I feel good. I'm like higher above everybody else on the road. It just felt good. And then after like a couple of days of driving it, I'm like, what is this shit, dude? I feel like I'm driving a Lego car across the road.
Oh, that's great. That's funny.
But yeah, it's a status thing more than anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Unless you get it bulletproofed, you get it bulletproofed and bomb-proof, and then it might make sense.
Yeah, mine is special. Mine is FUD-proof.
There you go. I like that. That's good.
My cars are gonna be on the ground, bro. They're gonna be on the ground. You know what I mean? Literally.
Like low cars?
Like low as possible, like literally touching the floor, man. That's how low I like my cars.
Small, so
yeah.
That's better for you to get in.
I'm doing the hybrid Ferrari right now, the SF90.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird car.
You got one of those, you said, or you have one of those?
No, I'm wrapping one right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Have I ever told you guys the story of me flying out of a windshield?
No,
you have not.
I haven't told you guys that story. So this was actually not that long ago. I think it was 2019. I bought a brand new Mustang, Shelby GT.
That's why you went through the windshield. You bought a Mustang.
Yeah.
Just
so this is like when I first started, like taking advantage of the money that I had made, and I started buying some things and whatever, right? So I bought this Shelby GT. I had zero idea about anything about the car. I just thought it was awesome, so I bought it. I pick up one of my close friends. His name is Mo. I picked up Mo middle of the night. It's like it's past midnight, and we were hungry, so we're like, let's go find some diner or something to eat. And it's raining like hard, the hardest that it's ever rained in a long time. The streets were flooded, dude. And we're driving. I'm not even driving that fast. I'm driving maybe like 45 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. And I know the area where I'm driving, I drive up and down that area almost every single day. But I forgot that there was a big dip. I'm sorry, not a bump, a dip in the road from where I was driving through. And that dip was filled with water. So it seemed like it was a straight surface. And I'm going straight towards this thing at like 45, 50 miles per hour. And we hit it, and it's a dip. So my car just dips completely down, flies back up, lands on the asphalt, and now I start hydroplaning because it's wet, it's raining, and I lost control of it when it landed back on the floor. And there's like this concrete type of like sign, it says welcome to whatever city it is. It says welcome to this city. I went straight into that concrete thing. I flew out of the windshield, landed on my hood. My friend had his seatbelt on. I didn't have my seatbelt on. My friend had his seatbelt on, and he broke his L3 vertebrae. He broke his back pretty much because we went from going 50 miles per hour to zero immediately. It stopped us in our tracks. So, just that momentum alone really messed us up. And I had the most adrenaline that I've ever had in my entire life when that happened. Like, I fly out the windshield, I get up like Spider-Man, like as if nothing happened, But my hip is broken, my right arm is broken, my finger is broken, but I don't feel any of it. It's just like the adrenaline was going through my body. So I open the door for my friend. I take him out. You know, he can't get up, he can't walk. I'm like, shit, like, holy crap, what the hell did I do? Call the ambulance, all this, that, whatever. Call the ambulance. I sit down on the curb next to my car, and then the adrenaline went away. And then I'm trying to stand back up, and I can't stand back up, and I realize how much pain I'm in, and I'm looking at my car, and it's done. You know, like the freaking motor is in the driver's seat, pretty much. I'm like, holy shit! You know, I was surprised that we weren't killed in that thing, but yeah, I flew out of a windshield. It was a pretty crazy time.
Madness, man. That's crazy.
And yeah, and ever since then, like, I've been a little bit scared of driving fast, but you know, you get over it.
Yeah, I had a similar thing happen to me. I was actually racing though, man, and a flipping bin lorry just turned onto my side of the road, and I just went under and I just went straight under the thing, man, like at like 60 miles per hour or something. It literally crushed the whole side of my driver's side, right, and it pushed me onto the passenger side. Luckily, you know, as I hit it, I had my belt on, but for some reason the belt didn't hold me in. It actually became loose, and it pushed me as I hit the bin lorry. It actually choked me onto the passenger side, and the driver's side literally caved in. So if I was there, I'm dead, right? And same thing happened, man. My friend literally, I don't know how he done it. He had some superpowers, like you just said. He like the door was jammed. He boot the flipping door off the hinges, man. Like, because after we hit the biffa lorry, all you could hear is like we had silence, and all we heard was like a gas noise, like a shh, like, you know, like that kind of a noise. And my mates were like in the car saying, "It's gonna blow up, it's gonna blow up." And
right,
that's when my mates, like, it's some, I don't know how he got that much power in his legs. Yeah, he literally boot the whole door off, man. Like, literally boot it off. I couldn't believe it.
It's the adrenaline, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro,
when I've never had adrenaline go through my body like that, but that day, I felt like Superman for like a minute, you know, for like 60 seconds. And there's even stories about, like, I don't know if you guys have seen the story of that, like, grandma, like a 67-year-old grandma. Her grandson or granddaughter got run over by a car, and she lifted the whole car, 3,300 pounds, by herself. She lifted it, and they can't explain it. They don't know how the heck she did that. But when you have that adrenaline going through your body, man, you could do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, you're lucky to be alive, bro. Same, yeah, I'm lucky to be alive as well. Yeah, well, I actually got done though, man. They took me in for dangerous driving, you know. I got flipping banned for like 1 year. They gave me a fine because I was racing, right? It was racing, so
yeah. No, I mean, of course they're gonna get you for that.
Yeah.
I like racing too, man, but I don't do it on the streets no more. These streets are not built for racing, you know.
Nah.
One pothole, you're done.
Yeah, I was young then, man. I'm talking in my 20s, man. You know, I was young then. I was young, I was stupid. I was just getting cars, doing them up, and I'd be on the road, man. And soon as I see someone next to me and they just rev the car a little bit, it's on, man. It's on, you know.
Yeah.
And you don't think, you know, at that age about safety, and you might end up killing someone, or you might end up killing. You don't think about them things, man. You know, like now.
Yeah.
I think back and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking, man? You know, I think to myself, like, why was I doing that? You know. But I guess when you're young, man, you know, and you get them fast cars, and plus remember, I'm like interested in cars. I'm a mechanic as well, and it's something I enjoy doing. And showing off my tuning, you know, when I used to tune the cars up, showing it off to my friends. Yeah, man.
One thing that made me appreciate speed a lot more was when I got my motorcycle and I started riding my motorcycle around.
Ooh.
That's when I really understood how dangerous speed can be. I don't ride my motorcycle anymore because I'm too much of a wimp to get on it nowadays. But before that thing really taught me to respect speed, because you don't feel it as much as you do in a car than you do when you're on a motorcycle.
Yep.
You really feel how fast you're going. You know, when you're going 100 miles per hour, you really feel like you're going 100 miles per hour. Right now, if I go in my car and I'm like, I could randomly be driving and then not even pay attention, and I'll be going 100 miles per hour and I won't even feel it. Yep. But with the motorcycle, you feel it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got motorcycle myself. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Not here in the UK. When I go on holiday to Bangladesh, I go there and I got a motorbike there and I razz it out there, man. But I've fallen off it once as well.
In Bangladesh, they ride motorcycles.
Yeah. And my parents are my parents, my motherland is Bangladesh, right? Even though I was born here in the UK, but my motherland is Bangladesh. So when I was a kid, my dad used to take me there on holiday. Every time there was a holiday, the holiday is always in Bangladesh, right? There's no other place. It's just Bangladesh. That's where we're going on holiday. So I ended up actually liking it, man. And then I started going there on my own, you know. And I bought a motorbike there and I just left it in the house. So whenever I go, I'll grab my motorbike and I'm out. I'm only in the countryside, man. I never hit the main roads, never. I'm not a madman to hit the main roads in Bangladesh, boy. You'll be dead in no time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen the YouTube videos in India, for example, and videos where they're all just driving in any direction and they just miss each other just by...
Oh yeah, of course, dude. I always want stuff like that, dude.
That's how it is. That's how it is in the towns there. Man, I don't know which way to go, man, when I'm there.
That's what I like about like traveling too. When I travel to like a country that is completely brand new to me, and I get there, one of the first things I pay attention to is like how the people drive there. Places and they drive crazy. Like they do not care. They do not care about the law of traffic or whatever at all.
Nope.
But when I went to Japan, it felt like everybody was a robot. It was working so perfectly. Everyone was so respectful with the way that they're driving and all that stuff. and you know, when I went to like another country, when I went to Georgia, for example, people were like, you'd be crossing the road and they'd be like, oh, look, someone's crossing the road. Let's go try to run them down. And you'd see like 30 cars coming at you as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, in America, you know, when you flash your lights, is that you giving them way? Like saying, come?
Well, yeah. My uncle was the truck driver when I was growing up. So I used to go on trips with him. And I learned that actually. So when another truck was, you know, trying to change lanes and come into your lane, you pretty much flash them, right? 2 flashes means you know, go ahead, you're good to go. So yeah, I didn't know that until I saw it then. And personally, I don't see other people doing that, but I still do it. And whenever I do it, they always get the memo. They always know.
Yeah. So in the UK,
same over here.
Yeah, so in the UK it's the same thing.
And they thank you with the blinkers.
Yeah, they'll thank you with the blinkers. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. In the UK it's the same. We flash to say come, like give way, or you know. So that's exactly the same thing I was doing in Bangladesh. So when I went Bangladesh, I was on my motorbike, and it was one lane, and there was a car in the one lane. So like one of us had to give each other away. Like we had to decide. So I'm there, I'm flashing him, right.
Yeah.
Like no. What happened was, yeah, I flashed him to say give way, and the man don't come. Man just there, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I just pull off, and then he comes, and he's like, what are you doing? And like, I'm like, I gave you way, you didn't come, and he's like, what do you mean? And, I think it was the opposite. No, hold on, let me think. No, it was the opposite way around, man. It was he flashed me, bro. He flashed me, which means I'm coming. That's what it was. It was the opposite way around. So if they flash there, it means I'm coming. I'm not giving you away. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it means you stop. But I continued because I'm thinking he's giving me away, right? So I continued, and we nearly crashed into each other, right? And I was like, bro, what the hell, man? You just gave me away, right? And he's like, no, I didn't give you away. I flashed. I'm like, well, doesn't that mean you're giving me away, bro? And he goes, nah. Because that means you stay the hell there. I'm coming. You know what I mean? And I was like, shit.
He was like, chill, bro. You do your thing. I'm gonna be doing mine.
I'm like, bro, that's something new I learned today about Bangladesh.
I'll tell you guys one last funny story, and then I gotta go because I'm finally getting home. I don't know what the heck that happened on the road, but it took me 2 hours to get home for some reason. Anyway, we're teenagers, we're like 18, 19 years old or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to play a prank on one of my cousins. So this guy, he had a old Toyota. It was a Corolla or a Camry, I can't remember. But anyway, one of my other friends that went to school with me, he was really good with cars and had to take a car apart and put it back for no problem.
Breaking up, bro.
Prank the cousin. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear you now? You're breaking up.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm near my parking over here, and there's no service. But anyway, we decided to play a prank on my cousin. So this guy, he's gone, and I forget what he's doing, but he's been gone for like 2 hours. So my friend, he changes some wiring in this guy's car. So he hooks it up where anytime he hits the brake, his car horn turns on. So he's honking, right? Every time he hits the brake, he automatically honks. So we change it and we leave, And this guy, he comes and he's supposed to come pick us up, and he comes, he gets in his car, and he's calling us. He's like, bro, I don't know what's going on, but something is wrong with my car. I'm just honking nonstop. Like, when I let go of the brake, it's fine. We're like, it's all right. Come pick us up. And I'm like, my buddy, he's really good with cars. He's with me. He'll be able to fix it. So this guy drives the whole way to my house, and he picks us up, and we're like, oh, we got to go to AutoZone to get the part to fix the car. We just wanted him to drive at this point. So he's driving to AutoZone. We're in the car, and we're at a red light, and he's the second car in the red light behind somebody, and he's on the brake, honking at the guy in front of him nonstop. And then this guy gets mad, he's like, what the hell is going on? So he gets out of his car, he's like road raging, and it's the three of us in the car, and we're like, oh shit, this guy's about to pop off on us right now. Of course. Yeah, so he comes like, what's your problem, man? And we're like, oh, it's our cousin's car, something happened to it. Anytime he steps on the brake, the horn goes off, and this guy he thinks we're messing with him. So he looks, and he sees we're not touching anything, and the horn's going off. Anyway, that guy goes away, and then we're driving, and we pull up next to another light, and we stop, and the car in front of us that we're honking at is an undercover police officer. So
damn.
this guy gets out and he's like, what the heck is wrong with you kids? You know, like, what are you guys talking? So he takes us all out of the car. He handcuffs my cousin, the driver. Yeah, I don't know for what reason he handcuffed him, but whatever, he handcuffed him. And he's trying to figure out, like, you know, if we have anything illegal on us, and whatever. It was just a funny story. I mean, we just messed with them. That had to do a little bit about cars, so that's why I brought it up. But yeah,
that's funny though.
Yeah, it was like more of a you had to be there moment, because the way that we were laughing, like our stomachs were hurting already.
I could imagine that would be funny as hell, man. I could imagine doing something like that. Just
there are some videos also on YouTube that people were changing the horn to the brakes and stuff like that. It's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Especially in the US, most of the cars are automatic, so you need to put it on the brake.
Yep.
Otherwise, you will drive. I drive with sticks, so I can pull off my foot from the brake.
Yeah. No, I mean, I learned how to drive with a stick shift car, and I wish they still were as popular in America than, you know, like they used to be, because I honestly miss driving stick. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not into automatics, man. When I'm driving a manual car, I feel I'm driving it, man. You know, like I'm driving.
For sure. You have more control over the car, and you can't be on your phone and drive a manual either. You know, you have to be actually paying attention to drive.
Yeah, for
sure. Get a whole different experience. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, I'm gonna pull into my house, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I don't think I scheduled the Twitter space, but I'll do that right now. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow in there.
Cool.
Have a good day.
You two guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll since you are recording, Roof, I'll leave it with the punchline. If you miss Doge, that sucks. If you miss ShibaDoge,
you missed.
Caught myself though.
No, the max is a max.
That sucks. If you miss Shiba, that also sucks. If you miss ShibaDoge, and unfortunately, I still love you, but you suck. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Love you guys.
Peace. Love. Peace.
Good night.